new conversations that we're doing are all about our love for perfume. So these are perfume love stories. I've invited people that I'm very close to. My sister. Have a look at this picture. This is us. Look at my hair. I mean, what happened? Anyway, what's your love stories on perfume?
My love affair with fragrance. Well, it definitely all began with our parents, so mum and dad, and the love that they had for fragrance. So dad was definitely he was a sort of one fragrance type of guy. Signature fragrance is what my father was.
Old Spice.
And then my mother was more of a, fragrance for every occasion.
She was the original collector. She was the original collector.
She had a fragrance literally for every event. So that's definitely where you get this from. So I have a few fragrances in my collection, but these are the 3 picks that I chose for today. So we'll start with Byredo Rose of No Man's Land. So this one is it's basically a floral. But when I say floral, it is definitely a modernized version of rose. So we tend to think of rose as grandma perfume.
Yeah, a bit old.
I think of, grandma.
Can I spray this one already?
Absolutely.
Because I love this one on you.
This one is a crowd pleaser. This is one that I get lots of comments on when I wear.
And can I smell? I can already smell it.
Yeah.
But can I smell? Like Carolina said, sometimes rose we put into a category that it's an older person fragrance. I know a lot of the houses that are releasing rose fragrances now, the rose is spectacular. And this one here, for a woman.
Absolutely. It's a modern take of rose.
Gorgeous.
My husband absolutely adores this one. And I do notice that it is a winner with males, like whether it's my dad or, you always, whenever I wear it, you always comment on this perfume.
Yeah. And I now know it. When I see Carolina, and as I said, because it's nice to dress well, but the moment you come into someone's sort of
sphere,
and you're getting that, and you're like, oh my gosh, what? And so now when I smell it, I'm like, I know what she's wearing.
It's setting a scene, and when I usually choose to wear this perfume when I want to feel feminine.
Right.
When I want to feel feminine, and it is a very fresh perfume. It's floral, but it's light and airy. And it just makes me feel beautiful. I love it.
So you can see where it sits on the fragrance wheel. It definitely is a floral fragrance. All right, tell me about your next pick.
Okay,
choose whatever you want.
So my next pick, I will go into this one.
Yep.
So this one lives. It's a Mossy Wood. Actually, you introduced me to this brand.
I was waiting to say, who introduced you to this one here?
You actually introduced me to this brand, and I've never heard of it before, which is very surprising to me because it is Australian owned.
Represent.
Yeah, and I'm shocked that it's not more talked about.
Right.
So this is a great perfume. I love it.
Mihan Aromatics is the name of the company. They have an exceptional range. They're coming out with a new one in October. I've smelt it, so I've actually had it is really spectacular. If you like vanilla, just wait and see with that one. But this one here is, I own this one too, so this is one of my favorites.
So this one, another great thing about this one, it's unisex. My husband loves this perfume, so we definitely share this one. So let's spray it. Now, this one, I just want to mention though, when I first sprayed this, I had the vibe, I guess the word is, of Le Labo Santal 33.
Right.
So it has that, if you like that
woodsy.
fragrance, woodsy, but I find that this one is not so powerful as
right.
Yeah.
So the Labo, the Santal it's sandalwood.
It's
sandalwood on overdrive. And
it's overdrive.
Whereas this one here is a lot subtler. It's beautiful.
This one is beautiful.
Such a great fragrance. You know what's interesting? This does play different on male and female.
Right.
On your skin, it's softer.
It.
This is an exceptional perfume.
And I find when I wear this perfume, it's when I want to feel grounded. I feel it's an earthy, grounding. Sometimes, you wake up one morning and you're feeling a little overwhelmed. I always choose this one for the day.
Perfume is about feeling. And
it is.
Perfume is about...
Absolutely.
And people make fun of me. They make fun of me. Why do you have so many perfumes? Blah, blah. But a perfume can reflect your personality for that day. It can reflect a moment.
Moods.
Yeah, that
it's
you want.
Emotions.
I'm going into a meeting. I want something that's going to give me that boost of confidence.
Yeah.
And last one. This one here.
Okay, so this one, I was actually introduced to this one. No, it wasn't by you actually.
Come on, I introduced you to the first one.
You've introduced me to a lot. But this one, I was out for dinner with family and I actually had the waitress coming back and forth.
Right.
And every time she approached the table, she brought this just absolutely beautiful floral, but it was a different floral. And I actually asked her, what are you wearing? I need to know. And she told me, LASKARINA, this is the one. So basically smelling it on her inspired me. I went out and I didn't even test drive it, I just bought it and I love it.
So I know when Carolina bought this early on, I also am like, oh wow, what are you wearing? The House of Frapin, exceptional house. A French fragrance. They have an amazing collection, but I wasn't familiar with this particular.
Yeah.
It is a bit more feminine.
It is feminine.
Right.
It definitely leans towards feminine.
Yeah. So I'd never experienced it for myself, but on you, it's
spot on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's a soft oriental. Or?
Oriental. So
Yeah.
it's a floral oriental. So that's where I was getting. I could smell the florals, but it was a different take. And I find that this one, I love this in winter. There's a warmth to this perfume. The fragrance is sort of spicy, warm.
It's gorgeous.
It's really lovely.
You can see Carolina lives across the wheel. And this is only 3 in her collection. She made out like I'm the only one that collects fragrances.
I'm a couple of levels down.
Please. Anyway, but you can see that she lives across the whole thing. So if you, I guess, resonate with any of those particular fragrance families, these are some awesome options that you have available to you. I know that Libertine Parfumerie do carry the full Frapin range, so they are a sponsor of Niche Fragrance Collector. The code is NFC10. You can get 10% off, and they will also throw in a whole bunch of extra samples for you to experiment and explore other fragrances. Thank you.
You're welcome.
That was fun.
That was fun.
Yeah. We'll see you on the next video, everyone.